Here's the 5 things I wish I knew about fitness before I started my fitness journey. Now, I'm going to try and keep all of these quite short and succinct, so no more than roughly maybe a minute per point, so that we can rattle through them, okay? We'll go into more detail on them at a later date. But the 5 things that I wish I knew. Number 1, nutrition's key, okay? If we get our nutrition wrong, we're never going to see the success that we want to see. Doesn't mean you can't have chocolate, doesn't mean you can't have a bottle of wine. But 80% of the time you need to be paying attention to what you're eating and what you're using to fuel your body. Without it, it won't work. You wouldn't stick diesel in your petrol car, so why put shite into your body? Simple as that. Number 2, we need to look at NEAT. Now, NEAT's something that gets branded about. For those of you that care, it stands for non-exercise activity thermogenesis. Now, what does that mean? It means when we were walking about, picking stuff up, doing the shopping, going to and from work, walking to meetings, carrying a bag, all that sort of stuff. That is where we burn calories without actually doing exercise, okay? We're just doing activity, we're just doing normal stuff. Now, the easiest way to get this up is to do more steps, pure and simple. If you're getting below 5,000 steps a day, you need to fix it. If you're getting 7,500 or above, we're in a pretty good place, and 10,000 is the absolute gold standard. If you're getting above that, super, well done, hats off to you, you're a superstar. But for the rest of us, as mere mortals that don't wander about all that much, 7,500 to 10,000 steps, it's a pretty good place to be. Number 3 is consistency. Okay, we have to be consistent. If you spent 10 years consistently putting yourself into a hole, you can't expect to turn that around in 2 months. I know that's not what everybody wants to hear, but sorry, it's true. If you've spent all that time eating poorly, drinking too much, getting unfit, getting unhealthy, it's going to take time to turn it back round. You can't expect to just change it like that. So, consistency is key. The big thing about this, and the good thing is, you can kind of link it back to point 1. As long as you're being pretty good 80% of the time, that's it. You don't have to do these 75 hards or anything like that. Just be consistent across the year and you'll see a huge change. Number 4, we're starting to look at individualization, okay? Now, this is a wee bit more focused, and it's not necessarily the most important thing for everybody, but it will be important for a lot of you. With this one, what we're talking about is getting the program that's right for you. It's cool to just have your squat, hinge, press, pull and cardio. You'll do great with that. But if you really want to start making progress and you really want to start seeing things turn around, you're going to have to get an individualized program. Yes, it will cost a wee bit more. There are ways you can mitigate the cost in that, and I'll go into them, as much as it's probably detrimental to my business, but we'll go into them. But individualization is another key point to make sure that you stay engaged and happy with what you're doing. Now, my last point, probably my most important point, and the one that probably upsets the most people, is you've got to make a decision about why you're exercising. Now, it does link back to my individualization element in this. If we think about what we're doing training for, if you're one of these folk that's just like, I don't care, I don't like it, I'm turning up, I'm doing what I've got to do, that's all I care about. I go out for my walk, I go for my run, I lift my weights, but I don't particularly like it and I'm never going to, fine. You are only doing training for function. It is a necessity, that's it. If, however, you're one of these people that wants fun in your training and you want to really enjoy it, then we're starting to look at things in a slightly different way. Now, I'm going to use CrossFit as an example, but the same thing applies to running, any type of sports, football, anything like that. If you're wanting to get that fun element and have that challenge, that thing in front of you that you're always chasing down, there's going to have to be some sessions that you're not going to enjoy. There's going to be the sessions where you're just doing core work, or you're working on pulling strength, or you're working on speed, or you're working on zone 2. But they should be a minimal amount of your training so that the majority of it's still fun and you get to chase that goal that's going to make a big difference for you. So last point, fun over function. Make that decision early on for what you're going to commit to for the next 3 to 6 months. You can change it as you go, 100%. You will start to look at things differently, or there might just be a period where you have to switch it up. But make that decision, fun or function, which is it you want, and chase it down. There's 2 links in the description below if you've made it this far. The first one's for my mailing list for 30 fat loss tips in 30 days. I'm here to help you, okay? Costs you nothing. Pop your email address in and I'll send them out to you. The link below that's for my online personal training. If you think I could be of service to you, jump on there. You get 14 days for free. Okay, don't like it in the first 2 weeks, you get 2 weeks worth of programming for absolutely nothing. Just cancel before that 15th day You won't pay a penny. Thanks very much. I'll catch you in the next one.